For the first time the entire series, somebody has won consecutive games. Second quarter, Rajon Rondo drives to the basket, right-handed reverse layup, and then Rondo putting a lot of some difficulty. How about this? Hard foul by Artest, and Rondo pushes Artest. Did you like that technical foul called on Rondo?
I enjoyed it. He took up for his teammate and told Ron Artest, don't do it again.
For the rest of the first half, Paul Pierce just went redunculous. When you saw him going off like that, JB, what did that tell you about what Magic had said about superstars coming to play?
Well, it was about time somebody did. We all called for Paul Pierce to be the man in Game 4. It didn't really happen. And tonight, no question, he put this team on his shoulder from the onset.
Meanwhile, Kobe stays hot offensively. JB, how does Kobe get it done?
Well, he can score in a variety of ways, Stuart, and in that third quarter, it was mano-a-mano, Pierce and Kobe matching each other.
Later in the third, Kobe Bryant, deep three. Get at me, son. Dwayne Wade looking on, couldn't believe the shot. Minute and a half to play. Kobe comes off the screen, gets fouled on a three-pointer by Ray Allen. He would hit all 3 free throws to cut the lead to 5. Under a minute to play, jump ball. Lakers got the tip. Artest fouled and missed both free throws. This is the play of the game, the ensuing inbounds play. That's a bad pass. That's a there's no way pass, and there's a no way shot. And it all worked for the Boston Celtics, Magic.
But it was their night tonight. They were in control most of this game. They didn't have to worry about it. Rondo hits that layup, but they were in control, Stuart, the whole game.
Celtics going to win Game 5, 92-86. Paul Pierce had 27 points. Kevin Garnett had 18 points and 10 rebounds. Rajon Rondo had 18 points as the Celtics go up on the Lakers 3-2. Boston, 1 win away from what would be its 18th NBA championship. As the four of us watched this game, you kept reiterating the point that the Lakers can't win when it's 1 against 4. Why can't this Laker team that we all thought was a juggernaut get more help for Kobe?
That's the million-dollar question, or the $100 million question. I mean, that's the big deal in this game. This is a bad formula. I don't know, and we've been sitting here trying to figure out why. Was it selfish Kobe rearing his head again? Not necessarily. People want to go to that immediately. But you look at the shot distribution, 27 for Kobe Bryant, and then Gasol before that last tip and had 11 shots. When you got the big four playing for the first time in the playoffs, Stuart, against 2 players, I'm going to take the big four every time, every single time. Even if it's Kobe Bryant, you can give Kobe Bryant 48 if you want. Doc Rivers said it during that timeout. Don't overreact to Kobe going off. And he said that before the game. He was sort of talking to his team through us in the media when he was saying don't overreact. So in other words, don't get frustrated because Kobe's hitting some shots. We're still going to guard these other guys, and we don't believe they can win this game. Doc has proven his point in back-to-back games. It's the second straight game of a lot of Kobe and some Gasol, and then everybody else is a marginal player. I don't know what the Lakers have to do, or if it's Kobe's fault, or if it's the credit of the Boston Celtics defense. But that formula, this is not Michael Jordan 1987. We can go, Kobe's not going to get 60 points on the Boston Celtics. It's not happening. So they got to figure out something, not before Game 7, but before Game 6 to include the rest of the team.
Well, it's about in the paint points. And the Celtics had 46 points in the paint. The Lakers only 32. It comes down to who's going to dominate in that paint. And the Celtics came out on fire in the paint. Garnett, 18 points. You had Paul Pierce. All of his shots wasn't on jump shots. He was taking that ball to the rim. He did a wonderful job of driving the basketball. And then the big four all played good. All of them in double figure. So
that's the first time that's happened, really, not just the entire NBA Finals, but the entire playoffs.
But the Lakers' defense was soft. They have to get up in the Celtics because the Celtics are up into the Lakers and caused Kobe, even though he hit 38 points, it was a hard 38 points. So they must get the other guys going. And Paul Pierce was unbelievable, unbelievable. I tell you what, his step back was going. He was taking it to the basket on drives. He was just